Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma and his Arunachal counterpart Pema Khandu are set to hold another round of border talks tomorrow. Well, Chief Minister Sarma will be heading to Dibrugarh tomorrow and subsequently will leave for Namsai, where he will be meeting Arunachal Chief Minister Pema Khandu. Well, this is the big story we're tracking this morning. The Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma and his Arunachal counterpart Pema Khandu are all set to hold another round of border talks tomorrow. Well, Chief Minister Sarma will be heading to Dibrugarh tomorrow and then subsequently he will leave for Namsai, where he will be meeting Arunachal Chief Minister Pema Khandu. Well, it may be mentioned here that earlier both the state governments agreed to set up district-level committees headed by cabinet ministers to end the decades-old border dispute. Well, a move similar to the one agreed by Assam and Meghalaya. In fact, Assam Border Minister Atul Bora informed that there are 123 villages along the Assam-Arunachal border which are in dispute. Well, it was decided in the second border meet to form 12 committees in each state of who could visit to all dispute areas and try to find a resolution. Well, now all eyes are set on tomorrow's meeting between both the chief ministers and what new developments come to fore. Worth mentioning here, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma is a man on a mission to bring a lasting solution to the vexed border disputes with neighbouring states. Sarma, who is also the NADA convener, has been making constant efforts to resolve the border issues ever since he assumed office in May 2021. And to give us more details on this story, I'm joined by Ripunjoy Das. Ripunjoy, if you can hear me, good morning to you first of all. Before we get into the technicalities of the meeting, I want you to paint us a picture of how the Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma's itinerary looks like for tomorrow.
Yes, Aaron, a very good morning to you indeed. Yes, the Assam Chief Minister, Aaron, we all know, is a man on a mission. He has to accomplish certain tasks, and the task he has already cut out while assuming his office. One of the major areas which he had outlined that he will be making primary focus is the interstate boundary dispute issues with the various states in the northeastern region with Assam, be it Assam, Meghalaya, Assam, Mizoram or Assam-Arunachal. So these were the issues which were his primary focus. Now, this Assam-Arunachal meeting, Chief Minister level meeting, which is scheduled for tomorrow, assumes significance in the sense that around after the signing of this agreement with Meghalaya, Assam Meghalaya in presence of Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Now these we know that there are more than 100 points of dispute around, to be precise, 123 points of dispute along the Assam-Arunachal interstate boundary. So committees were, in the earlier meeting, committees were decided to be formed, 12 subcommittees which will be headed by a minister and MLA ranked person. So there were certain discussions, certain developments that come up which will be given final shape during this meeting, which is expected tomorrow in Namsai, Aaron.
All right, and Ripunjoy, we're talking about 123 villages along the Assam-Arunachal border. What are you hearing from your sources? How easy or difficult it is for both the states to, come up with a solution that satisfy both the parties?
See, Aaron, these are very minor dispute areas along the Assam-Arunachal Pradesh, since people in these areas have been living for several decades in bonhomie. But there are certain elements who always want to foment trouble in this on the pretext of very petty issues. So these areas, this interest needs to be addressed. People needs to be understood that these areas are very much important for both the states. And now, since the government has taken this initiative to settle these kind of inter-border states out of court, particularly because there are cases pending in relation to such dispute with Assam, Nagaland, and so if we can settle it out of court, that will be the best possible way. This is what the government has now understood. And this step, particularly initiated by the Assam Chief Minister, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, is definitely will bring some result in the days to come. Aaron.